Alright guys, hey, I wanted to do this video on an idea that I had. Don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna see how it looks together. So what I'm going to do is I am going to paint the bottoms of my capital ships. So right now I just have two battleships at this point in time that this stuff's sticky, that I want to do. Now you'll notice that part of the ship is exposed. So if you look at photos of ships, they'll have that dark red with the number of feet to help understand how far the ship is submerged, if you will. And so I wanted to put that on all of my capital ships, and I got that idea when I played a game at our good friend Sire Blood's house, and he had some red in there. Now, I have tried to do this freehand, which, it kind of came out okay, but I was thinking, man, I just want it to be perfect, right? Because I'm an OCD on perfection. And so what I'm going to do is use this painter's tape. And you can see I've already done this. So I've like taped it off. I've taped it off on this side. Okay. And let's go ahead and do this one. I mean, it's not rocket science. So I already have a cut out. Now what I can do is, I don't know if it's going to show up on the video very well, but we're going to see what happens. So I'm just going to get it started. And what I noticed was that if I marry up the edges over here, of course I'm not doing a very good job because my phone is in my way, I can't see. Okay, so anyway, get that back off there. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. Nobody panic. I'm really focusing on the edge of the ship and that tape over there. I'm just gonna come in here, get about what I think, eyeball, about right there. Sticky stick, too much. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Pretty good, not too bad. All right, then just come over here, press down, maybe move that up just a tad, press down harder. Awesome. All right, now we'll take our paint. I got a little, this model color acrylic. It's water-based, I thought it was water-based. Anyway, it's flat red, a little darker than the other red paints I have. So I'm gonna put a few droppy drops in here. It's pretty good. Now, I'm gonna take a little thinner medium, shake it up, a couple drops, maybe just one. Don't need too much. Now I'm gonna do a little mixy mix. Taking one of my nasty brushes here. Get all the water off it. Stir it up. Get it all mixed up in there. All right, now we're gonna see what happens. So if it's too bright, my plan is I'm gonna add a little of that dark tone army painter shader stuff to darken it up just a little bit, so I'm not too worried about it, because I did do a test earlier, but I didn't do a test with this with this. So let's see what we get. So I'm just gonna paint on that edge. Now, what I noticed is that once you have that line established, then you can freehand it if you need to do another coat. But I don't think I want to do that. So I just want to do a big, nice, thick coat. And then if I need to, I'll go back. But get that established. Come back over here on the other side. Okay. And then I would imagine I gotta like clean up the ends, you know, where I gotta connect the edges. But if they're close enough via the eye, it should be good. So I think this will work out. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and paint the bottom. Get that all done. It's pretty bright, but that's the darkest red I could find. I mean, after all, well, it does say flat, but I couldn't find like a dark red. But I'm hoping that shader will kind of darken it up. I mean, this is the Canadian battleship, and also the Commonwealth. Well, now in DDR4, they're all the Commonwealth. So, but anyway, that's what I got going on for me here. But, so the idea was I haven't thought this one out. I guess I'll do that. The idea was to have all my capital ships. So battleships, aircraft carriers have this red line. And then that way, that'll help eliminate people asking, hey, what's the battleship versus the aircraft or the cruiser? Or what's a capital ship? And then my idea with the cruisers versus the destroyers, I'm going to add just a little different color on the cruiser. I don't have like a line like on the bottom or anything, but like maybe like a, I don't know, like a red dot on one of the masts or something like that. Something just to kind of blend in, make it look natural. So I think that would help. So I don't know. I'm hoping this red's gonna work out. It's pretty bright. Looks like pink. It's a little too bright for me, but I gotta trust the process. Trust my vision. Thinking this will work. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this one up. I will continue this video after this dries, and I will apply some army painter, and then we're gonna see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Second coat. Whoops. All I need is 2 coats on this. Hoping the tape has sealed it so it's not gonna bleed out. If it does, I'll be in big trouble. I used the wrong brush for this, but it's all right. Like a little wider one. It's all right. Smooth it out. Should be fine. All right. should be good. 2 coats. I'm gonna let it dry in the morning. Then I'll do the old dark tone Army Painter. Weather it up, darken it up a little bit. All right, continuing on with this coating. I'm gonna coat some of this Strong Tone Quick Shade by Army Painter. I'm gonna put that on the bottoms of the ships here, at least on the what I painted red. And this will, my thought is that it will darken it. Gotta take that brightness of the red out and kind of weather it up a little bit. So just a thin layer to protect it and also darken it up. Which seems to be doing the trick. Not too much out there, I just want to darken it up. Alright, and let's see, do this over here. And you know what? I kind of like it. Kind of giving it another dimension. Alright, let it dry. Come on, baby. You can sit there. Come on there. Get some crap on there. Okay, I'll do the other one. Do, 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 do. Let it dry for a good 24 hours, and I think it is gonna look awesome. Hey guys, all right, so it looks like the paint has dried, and I have put a matte finish on this, and I wanted to see what these look like on my table. And you know, I really like these. It's a nice subtle touch. Definitely you can tell that, for example, you know, this is a battleship versus a cruiser, or, you know, this is a capital ship versus, you know, a non-capital ship. You know, for those who are BBR focused, there is a distinction in for capital ships. So I thought this was a pretty cool touch that I could apply to all my pieces. So I don't know, let you guys tell me what you guys think. I'm definitely going to, I think I'm going to do this on all my countries. And so you can imagine I'll do that on all the battleships and aircraft carriers. And then I'm thinking about, after that, doing something similar, but for cruisers versus destroyers. So I'd probably only do something for cruisers, sticking to something that's more realistic, as opposed to painting stripes and things like that on the bow or the stern of the ship, but something that could call out to those who are new to the game on how to distinguish a cruiser from a destroyer. All right, guys, well, thanks for following along. Hope you like this short little video. And until my next video, take care.